Jesus.
Really? What's a hickory?
You don't know what a hickory is?
No, I don't.
It's a cross between a hick and a hillbilly.
Hmm.
It's probably what we are, honestly.
Okay. Anyway. Hi everyone. So we're back today. Today we're at home base, so we are not out adventuring, but we're going to do something a little different than our last couple videos. We're going to talk about a past adventure that we've had. We don't have very many videos from it just because it was before we started our journey together. And so this is, I always say it wrong. Why don't you help me out here?
What?
What's Forbes' real name?
It's Forbes State Park.
Okay, but what's like the full name? I know it's like
Stephen A.
Stephen.
Forbes
Okay.
State Park.
So this is Stephen A. Forbes State Park, also known as Forbes State Park, here in Kinmundy, Omega, Illinois. When you look it up online, it says Omega Road, but Kinmundy, Illinois. So it kind of gives you both. So a little bit about the park. The park was created in 1959. It was named after Stephen Alfred Forbes, and he was born in around this area in 1844 to 1930. Also, if you hear little man, he's down here playing while we're videoing, so you probably can hear all of that.
You'll probably hear a
woo or some mumbling. Yeah, like, there's a little bit of everything. But so that was kind of the fronting of and the starting of Forbes Park being named after Forbes himself, chief of the Illinois Natural History Survey. And this is kind of what started this big area and Forbes in general. That kind of laid the groundwork. He had a pretty big paper that was published, and it kind of described the ecological system here in Illinois, and the different ecosystems here in Kinmundy and around this area. And that kind of really laid a lot of groundwork for what was known and what is still known to be in the park today.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different game animals and just different animals in general. There's deer, there's turkey. I know they do turkey hunts there. They have a section of the park where it's open to hunting during the specific seasons. There's also many kinds of fish in that lake. I've fished there several times. We've fished there several times.
I say we have some photos here soon coming up. I don't know exactly how the slideshow will line up with us talking, but we do have some photos in there of us fishing.
Yeah, and I mean, we caught bass. I know there's some catfish in there. There's walleye. There's all kinds of different ones.
Yeah, so it looks like from the website, right? So the website shows that it's a man-made lake. It's a 585-acre lake. The depth is about 15 feet, and it goes 18 miles off of the shoreline. So it kind of shows that they have a little bit of everything, honestly. Channel catfish, white crappie, largemouth bass, hybrid striped bass.
Yep.
Whipper? Is that what sounds right? Okay. Walleye, bluegill, and stock species. They said it can be anywhere from catfish, wipers to, it varies depending from year to year. So there's a little bit of everything in that lake. But yeah, we caught a lot of bluegill.
A lot of bluegill.
I think that's probably
bass.
what we caught the entire time was bluegill.
There's a lot of smallmouth bass in there too, and there's some largemouths in there, but they don't seem. You gotta know where to go to get those.
I feel like those are more like offshore.
Not usually. They like to be up under logs and different and in the shade and stuff. Just depends on what time of the day you're fishing and all that.
That's true. It was also really
was really hot.
It was really
good.
hot when we went. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went.
Mainly just the little guys out.
Yeah, we went at the end of summer. So like we went actually probably right about this time.
Yeah,
it was
around this time.
We just have a really nice cool snap right now, which is kind of nice. We're sitting outside and it's very nice. I think it's 72 today.
Yeah, it's perfect weather.
Yeah, it's very nice. So just a little bit more about Forbes in general. Like we stated, there's a lot of fishing. There's camping, obviously, is where we camped.
Yep.
Our campsite was pretty nice. I would say it's kind of close. So, like, your neighbors are kind of close.
Somewhat. I mean, it just depends on the site you get. The site we had in particular had the,
buddy site almost.
Toilet vault next to it.
Toilet? I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's why I picked it, because it had the bathroom next to it.
Oh, you mean like across the way?
Yeah.
We had to walk there, but yeah.
One of the vault toilets is what they call them. Is their vault.
Oh, well, I definitely didn't use that. I went to the actual bathhouse. I walked to the other side. We drove, actually.
Not just because of the bathroom when I picked it. It's just because it gives you a little extra space to kind of get away from everybody, and then your neighbors on the backside of you don't really see. So, but it gives you a nice front campsite anyways, and we had a lot of room.
We did. At the time, we only had Baylor with us, and so Baylor was the only one that went on this adventure with us. This was when we first kind of started going and exploring together. This was actually our first camping trip together. So other than that, in the actual park, there are some boating and kayaking access points. We did not access these at the time. We didn't, or we still don't really have either one of those things. We're looking to get a kayak. Well, I'm looking to get a kayak. He doesn't want a kayak, but I'm looking to get a kayak for our future endeavors. But there are access ramps and boat ramps there. And like Dustin had stated, there are designated hunting spots for deer, turkey, and waterfowl. So you do have to have a permit to go in and hunt these areas, but it is possible if you don't have private land to hunt on. So the next little thing we're going to talk about is more Dustin's area, not so much mine. We are going to be talking about what we took the converted trailer with and what the converted trailer is, and these all were done way, 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 way before my time. So I'm going to let Dustin take over and talk a little bit about Tahoe and what they've done to Tahoe to kind of make the modifications, and the camper, which was the converted camper that we took for this first round.
Yep. So the camper that we had, it was kind of a joint effort between me, my dad, and his best friend. And we still use it all of us use it to this day. We made it into, it was just an enclosed trailer. I don't remember how many foot it was. I think it's 16 feet maybe.
It wasn't very long. I mean,
it's bigger than what a guy would think, I guess. But so what we did was we took the interior sidewalls out, insulated it. We even found a used RV air conditioner to put on top. And we put some flooring in it, and a mini fridge, inverter, and all the different things for some camp-like features. Put an awning on it, put some windows in it, and we made it into a makeshift camper, basically, and kind of a toy hauler, because that's what we used to camp with whenever we went dirt bike riding in different places. But it also worked great for just a plain old camper. I mean, we had a air mattress that we blew up, threw in the floor, and that was pretty much it. I mean, it was very, very simple. I mean, we could have done more with it, I suppose, but like I said, we do use it for taking several dirt bikes with us, so there's not a whole lot of room to do a whole lot with unless you just want to make it a dedicated camper. But that was the first thing we took together on a trip. So what we pull with is a 99 Tahoe, handed down from my dad, and we've done, me and my dad have done all kinds of modifications to it, from airbag suspension to engine modifications. I'm getting ready to do a transmission rebuild on it because I don't think it's ever been gone, or it's not been gone through in a long time. So a freshening up is needed. But we've done several things to it to make it more powerful for towing. You know, be able to handle a bigger camper like our North Trail that we had, which was a 26 LRSS, and it weighed 5,700 pounds dry.
Which, if you're wanting to see that, stay for a later video, and we will get that going as well. We have a couple more videos for those.
And that camper was pretty much all it wanted. I mean, within the main safety area, it was all that it really wanted. But it pulled it great. In the mountains was a little bit of a challenge, or coming to a real hard stop, like if you get in a traffic jam or something, was also a little bit of a challenge. But trailer brakes did their job with that. But
they didn't have any trouble with the converted camper on this trip.
No,
that was with the
camper,
North Trail.
Yeah, the converted camper, it pulled in no problem. It was very light. I think it was only 3,000, 4,000 pounds at the most. And we didn't go very far with it either, and it was basically just flatland towing, and it wasn't a big excursion by any means. This campground is only probably 30 or 40 minutes from our house, so it's really not that far away. It's a nice place to get away and kind of get in the woods, get in the trees, and make you feel like you're camping, even though you're kind of closer to home. And I think that's why I like this place a lot, is just because of it's simple, it's easy. You don't have to pack a lot of stuff to go to this campground, and just get away for a little bit, disconnect.
So that is one of the things that with this campground, and you'll see in another video, we are going to do a campground review of this campground at Forbes itself. And there's a lot of different options. So like if you're traveling with kiddos, there's a lot of different bike paths and different things that you can do in the park. There's a swimming area,
hiking trails,
there's a lot of hiking. There's a little stand right outside of the campground, probably 10 miles, the ice cream stand.
No, it's not that far.
No, you don't think so?
Well, maybe.
Like from the middle of the park, from the campground.
Park, yeah.
So from the middle of the park, from the campground,
7 miles.
We're talking about 7 to 10 miles, but there is a really cute little ice cream stand. It's the Ayuka ice cream stand. Ice cream shop. They have some snack and like concession foods, and they also have ice cream. And
great ice cream.
If you're a cake batter lover like I am, that is the place to go. So if you are looking for some good ice cream, like we were hot, we wanted a refresher, so we left the campground, got in Tahoe, took Baylor, loaded him up, and we went down and got some ice cream. It doesn't take very long to get there, and it's pretty much a straight shot once you get out of the park.
Well, not only that too, you got your money's worth.
They're huge portions, like ginormous.
You order a small and you think, that's a small? That looks more like a large, but okay. So I mean, you do get your money's worth there, and it's very, very good.
So if you're looking for accessibility, there's still like a Walmart within 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes. I mean, there's still a town, Salem, I would say,
not, but maybe 20-25 minutes at the most.
So you can definitely, if you forget something like we did, we I don't even remember what we forgot. We forgot a lot.
We forgot everything.
We were living in Salem at the time when we did this, and so we were
just looking to get out of the house.
Kind of, just looking to get away from Salem, but we didn't really have the money to go too far. We really didn't have the camper either. Like we borrowed the camper from your dad and his friend, and so we were like, well, what can we do? Like, where can we go that's not like 12 hours away, but is not going to cost us an arm and a leg. It was just, like I said, us.
And easy.
And easy. Yeah, that was just, we could go for the weekend, get away for a little bit, and then come back home and go to our normal life.
And after, they do have some reserved sites. They've got some reserved and some that are just first come, first serve. And like I said, most of the time, if you're not going for like the holiday weekend, you can pretty much pull in there and get a site, no problem, and not have to worry about it. But if you do happen to go on like a holiday weekend or, you know, peak time, you for sure definitely want to make reservations, or you're going to want to get there early and get your first come, first serve site. So that way you got somewhere to stay. But
I think that's it for today. Yep. I think that we covered everything and wrapped up Forbes pretty nicely. Yep. Do you guys have any trips to Forbes yourself? Leave it in the comments and let us know. If you've never been or even never heard of it, yep. Let us know. We plan to do a lot more camping, a lot more journeying, and hopefully
absolutely
get to see a lot more.
Absolutely.
So, on to the next adventure.
See you later.